Jewish Family and Children's Service has provided service to the St. Louis Jewish and general communities for more than 145 years. Our services and our mission are not limited by racial, religious, ethnic, economic, or social boundaries. JF&CS continues to meet the community's needs by focusing on 5 priority areas: protecting children at risk, resolving individual and family problems, maintaining the elderly in their homes, enhancing Jewish connections, and supporting those in need of help with basic needs. We positively impact children's safety and school performance. When children are secure and feel safe, it results in higher achievement in the classroom. Feelings of safety extend beyond the physical and may also require strategies which focus on dealing with any type of abuse.
The Child Abuse Prevention Program is an evidence-based program that teaches children starting in pre-K and going through 6th grade what to do in the instance that they were exposed to sexual abuse. And it teaches body safety, so it teaches the children which parts of their body are private, which are the parts under a swimming suit. And it also teaches what to do, the body safety rule, which is that nobody's allowed to look at or touch the private parts of their body, and they're not allowed to look at or touch the private parts of anyone else's body. And then it teaches what to do in the instance of an event, which would be the body safety plan, which is to say no, run away, and tell somebody. One of the modules is specifically focused on or tailored to children with special needs, and so there was a child with a special need. This child was nonverbal, and they received the Child Abuse Prevention Program that taught them what to do in the instance of an abusive event, and they also received the coloring book that goes home with all the programs, and she was able to take the coloring book home, show her parent, and point out what was happening in the coloring book and explain to her parent that way what was happening to her.
Improving the quality of life through counseling is an important mission of JF&CS. 91% of people receiving counseling services noted improved functioning at work as well as in their personal relationships. This is accomplished through individual counseling, support groups, and our Learning and Behavioral Diagnostic Center. The testing and assessment program is in high demand from parents and has proved highly effective in helping students to achieve success in the classroom.
The testing program is something that I'm very excited about because it often is not available because of the expense of testing, and virtually insurance does not pay for testing. So we have St. Louis County Children's Service Fund funding, which allows developmental, educational, and psychological testing, custom batteries for children if they're under the age of 20 and live in St. Louis County, to have full batteries of testing. We had a child who, by the month of October in the new school year, had been suspended 6 different times. And we all know what happens when a child is suspended from school. They tend to have difficulty catching up, and that can lead to great academic difficulties that can follow you your entire life. In the testing, we found out that the child had not only an anxiety disorder, which is a term that is often used, but basically was very anxious, unable to sit still, would talk at different times that was not appropriate. And the other thing we found is this child had an heretofore undiagnosed learning problem. Once we could ratchet down both of those things, we were able to give recommendations to the teacher, which were able to be put into place in the classroom, and also recommendations to the parent of what to change at home. So great success with testing.
Caring for seniors and people with special needs not only improves their life quality, but also improves the lives of their families, caregivers, and loved ones. One important resource is the ElderLink St. Louis Information and Referral Program. 2 other services provided for seniors and people with special needs are the In-Home Service Homemaker and Financial Assistance programs.
Our In-Home Service Homemaker program That's a program that's designed to help older adults and younger adults with special needs stay in their own home. You know the expressions, home is where the heart is, there's no place like home, I want to go home. Well, most people, if they have the choice, desire to stay in their own home. But sometimes as we age, things can become more difficult. Sometimes a person might need help with personal care, light housekeeping, transportation, meal preparation, just those little things that could make the difference between someone being able to stay in their own home and someone having to leave their own home. Financial assistance program is designed to help people who are really experiencing financial difficulties. We have some funds that were specially endowed by actually Jewish institutions and families, and they're designed to help people who are experiencing financial crisis, designed to help them avoid utility disconnection and to avoid eviction. And we're able to help guide them, provide some short-term help, and also help them develop a plan toward, hopefully working toward a plan of self-sufficiency.
Lifeline 2.0 is a new program at JF&CS which assists clients in regaining self-sufficiency by securing employment. Many of our clients who are in need of financial assistance find they can help themselves when they can again find stable employment.
Well, Lifeline is a terrific JF&CS program, and what it essentially does is it takes an old biblical story which says, give a man a fish and he has a meal, teach a man to fish and he can feed his family. What we do is we teach people to fish. How do we do this? We make a difference in their life by helping them find meaningful, fulfilling, and rewarding employment. Our program works by making this essentially a marketing endeavor. The only reason anyone ever gets hired is that they solve a problem for an employer. So what we do with our candidates, what we do with our people, is we help them discover what problems do they solve, what skills they have, how do they fix things for employers, and then we find the people with the problems. And once we find the people with the problems, then we help our clients develop a clear, concise, and compelling value proposition to show that they're the best person to solve the problems for these employers.
Reaching out to isolated Jewish individuals to maintain and increase their connection with the St. Louis Jewish community is of major importance. Through our community chaplaincy program, this priority area is being realized by creating new relationships which reduce isolation.
The chaplaincy program at JFCS serves hundreds of older adults and adults with special needs throughout the St. Louis area. We make one-on-one spiritual care visits in nursing care facilities, hospitals, private homes, hospice residences, anywhere and everywhere that we can find a Jewish individual who's in need of a little more support and a little more connection. Well, what's beautiful about chaplaincy is that we're crafting a unique and targeted plan with each individual, and we co-construct that plan. We decide together what is it that they need from us as rabbis, what is it that we can provide, and what goals might they have for developing new copings or connecting with their Jewish culture, their Jewish roots, Jewish traditions, and really we follow their goals.
The Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry may be the most recognizable program of JF&CS. This entity addresses the issues of poverty and creates a positive difference for our many clients by offering them stability in their lives.
The food pantry makes a difference in many people's lives. Obviously, if you don't have food, you can't concentrate, children can't concentrate in school, they don't grow properly, seniors become sick. Food is essential. It's a basic need. We go beyond the basic needs, however. What we do is we bring people into the pantry, and with the help of volunteers, they shop for themselves among the food that we have available. Now, why is that important? It's important because it gives people a sense of control and choice at a time in their lives when they often don't have any. The food pantry has over 150 volunteers that cycle through each and every week. A food pantry of our size cannot manage without volunteers. We have anywhere from 60 or 70 people to 150 people coming to our pantry each and every day, Monday through Friday. That's a lot of people. We're providing food for 7 to 10 days.
Overseeing all of these programs for almost 27 years is the man with a gentle heart and a fierce spirit to make a difference for those in our community who are in need of our help. Of course, that man is Lou Albert.
The agency exists as a way to address real needs of people within the community. And the programs are designed to identify the most critical needs and to develop tools that people can use to help improve their lives. We talk about our focus being inspiring families, inspiring hope. We want people to understand that their lives can improve, their lives can be better. We're a larger Jewish community. We also provide services throughout the greater St. Louis area. And I think we would not be able to help as many people or help them as effectively without the agency's existence.
Children's safety, counseling services, testing, senior services, financial assistance, stable employment, chaplaincy, the food pantry, and people. All of these programs, all of these people, and more are JF&CS.